We're about 2 kilometers from Matroosberg. Welcome back to the channel. We're going away for the weekend, and there's been quite a lot of reports and weather forecasts about bad weather in Cape Town and the possibility of snow. It is more or less winter at this point in time in Cape Town, and so we're hoping that on our way back we will be able to catch some snow. The plan is to return back home through Ceres, which is about an hour and a half or 2 hours away from Cape Town, depending on where you stay in Cape Town. Coming from Cape Town, what we usually do is go through the N1, take the tunnel, go through Rossonville, and through Houdini Way onto the R43, and then into the R46 into Ceres. The route through Rossonville is actually quite scenic, and you should try it at some point if you haven't done that route already. There are quite a lot of nice, interesting things to find along that route. Usually when we do these trips for snow, we tend to leave quite early because of the amount of traffic that there is from Cape Town into Ceres when there is snow. This is a normal day where there is no snow. It's in winter. We drive into Ceres for breakfast and then going from there to a few other places. But as you can see, as we go along here, you would find that the temperatures tend to drop quite a bit. There's also very little traffic through the town, at least from Cape Town, around the periods where there's no snow, which is why when the snow season comes, it's quite a good boost for the local economy in that region. Road towards Matroosberg. I'm on Mitchell's Pass at the moment. It's generally what it looks like before it snows. Obviously, once the snow comes through, then everything changes. Though Ceres does tend to get cold in winter, not all the places in Ceres tend to get snow. So we usually shoot for either Matroosberg or Merino Farm. So once in Ceres, we head for the Bushwamwood Road or Pass. I'm sorry for butchering the name, but that's something like that. I'm going to put the name on the screen. I recently found out the translation in English, but that's besides the point. You go up that pass or the road, and you normally tend to find nothing as you go up, and then after a couple of bends you just find snow. So it seems like it just starts to snow from that point on and not before. There are a few service stations in Ceres where you can pick up the last bit of refreshments or anything that you might need, as there's nothing once you get onto the pass. Ceres is the closest place in Cape Town where you can experience snowfall in winter when there is snow. The snowfall the last couple of years in Cape Town has not been great, and we're hoping that this time around it's going to be a lot better. This time around though, we've decided to book a place in Ceres so that we're already there and don't have to drive through so early in the morning. Another advantage of doing this is that we can experience a bit more snowfall overnight. We're on Bushwamwood Road at the moment, and as you can see, there are lots of double indicators flickering. There are quite a few vehicles that seem to be in trouble. The snow is actually a lot more than it was last year so far, which is a good sign if you're looking for snow. I guess if you're not prepared for it, then it's not really great. But yeah, we're going to try and stop here. The road seems to be a bit of a mess. There are vehicles all over. We're going to try and see if we can help a couple of people, get them unstuck and try to move them out of the way so that they can either head back down the road, down the pass, and yeah, because it's going to be morning soon and there's going to be people coming up. So let's try and see who we can help along the way. Most of the vehicles seem to be normal, not 4x4, so there won't be any recovery points. So we're just going to have to use a spade and dig them out. Just after 6 o'clock. We're not there yet. That's how deep the snow is. This is outside of Matroosberg, not in Matroosberg. You can see the ridges. About 2 kilometers back there are quite a few vehicles stuck. So just make sure you're coming up with a capable vehicle and you've got the right set of tires. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna just, he's stuck. So
Oh, he's stuck.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Have you got a recovery point?
I have a recovery point, yes. And it's rope. You have a winch?
I don't have a winch, but I can try and pull you.
What up
Oh.
or down?
What's likely going to be easier to go down?
It's gonna be easier to go down, yes.
So there's a Ford and a Toyota stack up here. We're going to try and help the Ford. The Toyota doesn't have any recovery points. And yeah, so we're a bit wary of trying to recover it. And also the owner of the vehicle is not 100% into it. So it's best, normally in recovery situations, both the person being recovered and the person doing the recovery need to be both aware of the risks. And in this case, we're not going to attempt recovering the Toyota. Hopefully, we've dug around it a bit with the spade. So hopefully, as the sun comes out, some of the snow would melt away, and then you can sort of wiggle out of the ditch. It's just one specific tire that's stuck, almost off the road, but not quite. So it shouldn't be too bad for him. He just needs to be patient and wait then. But let's get the Ranger out. Okay, so the Ranger is out, so that's great. The owner of the Toyota, well, rather the driver of the Toyota is not the owner of the Toyota. So he lent his car to the owner of the car that he's driving. And so without a recovery point, there's just too much risk associated with it and not also having the owner present. So we've dug him out and we just hope that as the sun comes out, he'll be able to get free. We're going to continue moving on. The Ranger was stuck. In as much as we all like to tease the Fords because it's fun, but they're quite capable vehicles. The reason why he got stuck is because he's got road tires and very, very low profile tires. And I know quite a few Ford drivers that like to do that. I guess he wasn't expecting the snow as well, so he got stuck because he had bad tires.
Yeah, you can open your mouth. It's actually quite deep.
That was so deep.
It's quite deep.
Yeah.
We're about 2 kilometers from Matroosberg. Snow is quite deep. We did 2 rescues or recoveries already. One Ford Thunder and another Ford. Looks like the Fords are not having a good day. We're going to carry on, but you don't necessarily need to go into Matroosberg if you're looking for snow. There's a lot of snow without going inside. But we want to go check out what it looks like inside. So
There's definitely a lot more snow in comparison to last year or the previous year. I think I haven't seen this much snow in Cape Town in quite a long time.
okay, we just got to Matroosberg. It's actually quite deep. We are in Matroosberg at the moment. You can see how deep that is. It's snowing. Okay, I'll help you. Because it's so deep, right? There we go. We are in Matroosberg. The 4x4 trail is closed, but we're going to go up to the private campsite and then we're going to check out the river. We've been told to just stay clear of it or check it first before we cross, but I think we're going to cross. I think 3 years ago when I was here, I didn't come with Sarabi, I came with a Jeep. It wasn't as raised. Yeah, I know, it should have been raised, but it wasn't. But we went through the river then. So I think I'm going to go through the river. Looks like my driving mirror is useless at the moment. It's actually snowing quite a bit now. Okay, so we managed to get into Matroosberg. Look at the powder. It's above almost to my ankle level. So apparently a tree fell down, and because the tree fell down, the guys that came through are struggling a bit up ahead. So I want to see how bad it is before we go any further. I would really have loved to cross the river, but let's see if it's not possible. If there's a tree line in the way, can't cross the river. So let's see. Let's take a bit of a walk. It's still snowing. And it's still quite early. Sun is not really out. The forecast is meant to be mostly rainy. today, tomorrow, and the day after. Yeah, I do see them up ahead. So it's not that far off. See, somebody's already coming back. That's the tree that fell. I reckon there's a bit of space here. Might slip a little, but you should be able to get some traction from the back wheels. Maybe go around the drum. Or go towards the drum. And I think it should be clear after that. We're gonna try it. See how far we get. That's how much snow there is. So the guys have decided not to go further, so we're just going to move aside for them to come through, and then we are going to push ahead past the tree. So the Isuzu got stuck. We actually saw him when we come in. He came past us a couple of times. There's one more vehicle. I'm not sure if it is coming or if it is waiting, but I think I can move. It's not moving, so I'm going to move, and then there's a spot on the side I can park. So I'm going to move and then park there, and then go from there. Okay, so we got past the red drum there. It snowed in a bit. This is the river. We're going to see if we can get through that and then try to get to the base. Okay, so we tried and the snow is just too thick. We got bogged down and took a bit of digging and some extracts. We tried a recovery with Toyota, but Sarabi's weight was too much for it, and then subsequently a grenadier came around and almost got bogged trying to get us out, but he managed to give us a bit of a tug, so we managed to get out. There's one more vehicle that's stuck at the river with the front wheel off, so a tractor is going to come around and recover that one. We're gonna make some coffee and then we're gonna chill. Okay, so that's the road heading to Matroosberg. We just got out of there now. There's a lot of snow. You can't really make a path unless you've got a good set of tires and obviously a four-wheel drive. It's very tricky, but take your time and you should be able to make it. We had a good day. Spent quite a good few hours there, and we are now gonna head home.
It's actually still snowing quite heavily. There's a police car that just passed us. I think we overheard that they're going to close the pass, or the pass is closed, something like that. We'll see as we get closer if it is really closed. Hopefully we can get out still and get home. Otherwise we're going to have to stay here one more night. Okay, so there are emergency services on the pass now. When we got up this morning, there were no emergency services. I guess it was too early for anybody to know what the impact of the storm was going to be. It was a nice day. We had a lot of fun. It's snowed so many times over the last couple of hours that we've been here. It was snowing while we're trying to recover ourselves from the river. It's been a great day. I think this is probably the most snow, this is probably the most snow I have seen in Cape Town in a very, very long time. It was a great day. We had a lot of fun. I'm not sure when the snow is going to be so much again in Cape Town. It's always unpredictable. But I think just follow the weather forecasts and follow the pages for Matroosberg and Merino, and I think that should give you some indication of when you can expect the next fall for ground level snow. Yeah, I see there's a roadblock down here as well. So it turns out the pass is closed, but not closed. You can go at your own risk. You can see there's very few vehicles on the pass at the moment, which explains why there were only 10 vehicles at Matroosberg. So I think, that explains it. So if you're going to go up with the conditions that are there, then you go up at your own risk. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes and the subscriptions, and we'll see you all next time.